In this video, myself and Leah May are going to be interviewing two Amerasian ladies who were looking for their long-lost fathers.
Look at me. That's why it's so confusing. So where am I? Where do I belong?
6 months ago, we took a DNA test for Ma'am Sarah Jane.
Because either way, I don't have any identity.
And now we were back to find out about her results.
That I am an American, I'm a Filipino.
You're in limbo. You're in no man's land. Sarah Jane had been trying to find her US father for the past 50 years.
A lot of stories says that he's already dead, like this, because I'm always posting on social media for the hope that, well, he can see me. And says that, oh, that's my daughter.
Sarah Jane is living with her friend Regina, who is also an Amerasian. We sit down and interview the both of them.
I've just arrived in Olongapo with my wing woman Leah May, and we're now at Ma'am Sarah Green and her friend's house, Regina. I'll spin the camera around and we'll do a quick 5-minute interview to find out how Ma'am Sarah Green is getting along with reconnecting with her father's family, and we'll also hear from Ma'am Regina as well. She's got a little bit of a story to tell us also. I'll just spin the camera around now. Guys, welcome to the Leah and Blair Slog.
Hi.
How are you doing?
We're
Doing okay.
Okay.
Fine.
So, Ma'am Sarah Green, I'll just start with you first. Since we spoke to you last, we've had your DNA result come back, and you have been chatting with not your father, but your father's sister.
Yeah.
Is that right? What's her first name?
Charlotte.
Charlotte, Ma'am Charlotte.
Yeah.
And she reached out to you. How old is she?
I think she's about 60.
60?
Yeah, that age.
Okay. Now, you've been chatting with her because your father is sick, is that right?
Yeah, my aunt Charlotte told me that my father was separated the last few months ago and he had a stroke.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why they cannot reach out for him.
Right.
Yeah.
But you have finally made contact with your family in the States. You've now got closure. All of this time you were trying to reconnect, and now would you say that you have closure? Do you feel like you have closure?
I don't. I can't say it yet because I didn't speak to my father yet. That's what my dream since then, because even I spoke to my aunt, but they are not talking to each other also, so she can tell me more about my father on how it's going on now, but all she can say is that he's sick and he knows all about me already, but I don't know what's his reaction.
And Regina, you've got the t-shirt on, part of the National League of Amerasians.
Yes.
How long have you been a member?
I've been a member for different groups actually. There's been a lot of Amerasians group, but we all one. We're all fighting the same. Everybody's wanted the same, to grant what we were fighting for, to be acknowledged as American children's, and I hope American government will open their eyes for us.
Could you give me some background, just on your own personal story? You found your father through a DNA test?
Yes, I did find my father through DNA test, by the help of Ma'am Angela Jones, through Father Pounder.
Right.
It's really complicated. I find my father, I did my DNA test in 2022. Then I find my father, the family of my father, because my father passed away in 2013 before I did the DNA.
Right.
But I find my siblings. And
have you been chatting with them?
Yeah, I did communicate. Yeah, I did communicate with them. We talked. Yeah, my story is kind of complicated.
Yes.
I know my father, the father that I grew up with. I used his last name. He signed my birth certificate and everything. So I was carrying his last name as a Jackson, but it turns out that he wasn't my father.
Did you only find that out through the DNA test?
Yeah, to the DNA test after 44 years.
So, if you don't mind me saying, your father that you grew up with was a man of color that you believed was
my
your
father. Yeah.
He was an American.
He's an American, U.S. Marine. He retired now.
Okay.
So
he was living here.
He was on and off, coming home, going back to America, but he's staying more in America. I did apply for citizenship. It's kind of complicated because I was late applying it, and American Embassy kind of giving a hard time on that. And then the only 3 documents that I need to get my citizenship, I didn't be able to get it because my father has a PTSD. It kind of complex the situation that I didn't get it, so I did have to do the DNA through friends, an Amerasian group that helped me out through Mom Angela Jones, Simon Jones, and by the father pounder. And then the DNA comes out after 2 months. Then it turns out I get confused because the DNA comes out that none of my family as my father comes out on the line. So I was confused from the beginning, and then I started to realize that he wasn't my father. But I'll thank him because
he's the one that was there.
He was there for me the time that I was growing up. He become a father to me, and not gonna change anything.
Yes.
But the truth had to comes out that my real father passed away in 2013.
Okay.
So met my siblings there, doing okay. We communicate,
Right.
but still conflict because it will be hard for me to reapply and
For U.S. citizenship.
citizens again with a different name. It's gonna be a conflict. So I would not try, but all I wanted for us to be heard by the U.S. government, to acknowledge us as the children of the GI that was left behind.
Yes.
If they could give a chances to other people to come in their country, why not us that was left behind by the American, and giving us so much hard time, but giving a conflict. But if you're gonna look at us, we are Americans, and no one can deny that. By the look on our eyes and our colors, I mean, we are Americans. We were half of your people. That all we wish is that for you to open up your minds and heart sorry, it make me cry. There's been a lot of children, thousands of us that was left behind, and all we wanted for you to hear us out. If the Vietnam children was acknowledged as military children, why not us? Give us what we're fighting for. Help us out and hear us out. No, I never been in America because this is a problem. Apply for citizenship.
But what, even as a tourist, have you?
I know they will question me if I try because I apply for citizenship and not pursue to get the documents that I need, and I know they will give me a hard time.
Because you've already applied for citizenship,
and then going
and
for
now if you try to apply as a tourist, they might
questions
deny it.
Denied it and had a conflict. Why didn't I pursue doing the citizenship and now going for tourists? So I haven't tried, but I know it's going to be a conflict.
How does it make you feel seeing pictures on CNN with migrants, even Chinese migrants, coming up through Latin America and then through Mexico and crossing the border, who are not children of American servicemen, and then being given a free hotel, free food, free weekly allowance? How does that make you feel when you see that?
That's what I said earlier. Why not open up their eyes? We are here because they brought American in the Philippines. The American government bring the American GI in here and left children behind. Why don't they open up their eyes and give us what we're fighting for? If we can never give us the citizenship that we wanted or become an immigrant in America, why not give our children a chance? If they have to earn their citizenship, make them join the military. A chance is for us to earn what the life that we had now. I'm 45, I'm turning 46. It's half of the life, probably half of my life. It's not about me now, it's my children. After the third generation, the children still look Americans. Give them a chance. Give them a chance. I'm not saying Philippines has so much discrimination back in the days of my time. It is a bit, especially for us, that has different color from them. I experienced.
What was it like growing up?
It was hard. You know, we're black. We've been called negra, but I'm a top. I consider myself as a warrior. I always fought back when people tease me. I would say, even of dark skin, I know I'm beautiful. I'm beautiful and I'm proud. And a lot of Amerasians are smart. They had a lot of talent. And hear us out. Hear us what we're fighting for. And grant us what we wish that we're supposed to be getting as an American children.
As your birthright.
Yeah, as birthrights, as American children.
your fathers were fighting in the Vietnam War, risking their lives. You know, they were here on R&R, and so many millions of servicemen came through Subic Bay during the 60s, 70s, 80s, and 90s, and so many Amerasian children
were left behind,
without any help from the US government. Just basically ignoring you and your plea, and now they're about to come back and open up more bases close to the top of the Philippines because maybe the Taiwan threat. So it may well be happening all over again.
Yeah, but they have to open up their eyes, like I said, hear us out. If you're gonna do this again, they were gonna left more children behind. What about the first generations? Are you gonna add more and more and more? And what's gonna happen? Help us out, help us out. If us cannot be granted as an American citizen, let us children have the benefits to earn it, to be a U.S. citizen by working on it. If they could let them join the military to earn their citizenship, let them do it. That's what we're asking for. Because if you're going to put up more bases and left more children behind, look at us, look at us.
Would I be right in saying that, is it because the father didn't claim the child before they turned 18, that even after you've turned 18, you were not registered as a birth abroad? Is that right? That it's very difficult for Amerasians to get American citizenship because they were not claimed by their fathers before the 18th birthday?
No, actually it was based on, each state has its own rules. Each states in the U.S. has different rules. So the open one is like California, they don't have no age limit.
Right.
But different part of the U.S. where your parents will be from, they will base their how do you call this, their claims to the rules.
To that state that they come from in America.
Yeah, so that's the problem. And a lot of us different, but actually, most of us were claimed late.
Yes.
And then still, the embassy has given us a hard time to do that, to claim our citizenship. Even we're acknowledged by our parents, we still have to spend $1,000 of dollars. And you know how hard is life in the Philippines. You know, where are we going to get it?
Yes.
We cannot obligate our parents to do that, to provide those money if they don't have it too. Not all militaries, ex-military has a good life.
Yes.
Some until now, you know, they living on their pensions, not enough for them to survive.
Regina's son has just joined us, Reginald. Reginald, how old are you?
I'm 27 years old.
27. You were born in the Philippines?
Yes, Philippines.
You're very tall, Reginald. Like, I'm nearly 6 foot, and I think you're about the same height as me, so you're very tall. Do you play basketball?
Yeah, I play basketball.
And what was it like growing up?
When I was high school, always teaching me the other student. They call me Negro.
Yeah.
When he was in the first grade, he also won. When he was in the first grade, he was teased by the own teacher that they should pour up a paint on him to turn him white.
The teacher said that?
Yeah, the teacher that, and he would not go to school. I wonder why. I wonder why that he wasn't wanting to go to school. He was 6 years old, and the student was laughing when the teacher said it. And she think it's funny, you know, but it's a psychological for kids, with children to be discriminated for their colors. Teachers supposed to build them up to have their confidence in themselves, but his own teacher.
Would you like to go to America? Would you like to visit America? Would you like to try and meet your grandfather's family in America?
Yes, of course. I want to meet my grandfather and my mom's brother or sister.
Yeah, thank you, Regina, for sharing your message. I hope that people watching this understand a little bit more of the plight of the Amerasians from Olongapo and Angeles City, and hopefully at some point the US government may change their US citizenship rules to allow Amerasians to be able to go to the States, which is your birthright.
Yes, thank you.
This DNA to
a friend of mine that's gonna be taking the DNA. I will gonna handle them and make how do you call this? Guide him to use it.
Okay.
Then I will just inform you. But maybe he has his interview and send it to you.
We'll get a result.
Thank you so much for all the help and letting the world that we exist. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Please don't forget to subscribe now to the Leah and Blair Slog as we try to reunite long-lost loved ones.